So those who recently embrace Islam, it's not just taking the Shahada. It must be followed by knowledge. Should be followed by knowledge. So you have to learn. Islam has 5 pillars. You have to know all 5 pillars and how to put them into practice. Have 6 articles. You have to understand the 6 articles and how to put them into practice. You have the Quran. You have to read the Quran, and you should read it every day. I make it a point of duty to read it every day. Sometimes I read one chapter or an ayah today, and when I read it the following week, sometimes I get a better understanding. And get a better understanding. Or I may understand some things in life that it explains. Or sometimes I'm going through a certain situation, and this helps me to understand the situation I'm going through and how best to deal with it. So reading, my advice, reading, if you don't speak Arabic or cannot read the Arabic, read the English.
Yes.
Read the English. And start at the beginning to the end. And when you finish it, start again.
Yeah. One more thing, like this is from the all of us, we dealt with reverts a lot, and we lived with them, worked with them, we got married from them, some of us.
Yeah.
And this is from their question actually. Like when they come to Islam, especially the new revert, just fresh to Islam. When you told them like you have to pray 5 times a day, you have to fast the whole month, you have to learn this, you have to learn this, you have to learn this, you have to be good to your parents, you have to be good, perfect your work at, you know, you have to do a lot, you know, big list, you know. This is what we teach them, like, I mean, in any masjid.
Right.
You know? Most of them, or the majority of them, they feel overwhelming.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is your advice to them?
Okay.
Yeah, in a nutshell, like if you,
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, let's go back to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He sent, what's the name of the Sahabi? He sent to Yemen, Muad.
Muad, yeah. Muad. May Allah please with him. Yeah.
May Allah be pleased with him. He said, "O Muad, when you go to Yemen, first tell the people about La ilaha illallah. When they accept it, then teach them Salah. When they accept this, then teach them Zakah. When they accept this, teach them Sawm, fasting. When they accept this, teach them about Hajj, 5. So you have to, little by little, don't overwhelm.
Step by step.
Step by step.
Yeah. Like a baby.
Like
You
children.
Yes,
feed
yes.
a baby, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like the
Now,
children.
you know, you can't take a kindergartner and start teach him trigonometry.
Yes.
You can't take a first grader and teach him algebra. You know what I mean? You might not want to go to school, man. You know, this complicated stuff, you know.
And that's the most complaint that we hear. It's really too much. It's a lot of work.
You see,
And
we need specialists for this. Sometimes we have some da'i. They're not really skilled in conveying the message, and they overwhelm
Yeah, they can't.
the new
A
Muslim.
little harsh. Minority, a little harsh. A little,
Yes, too much.
Yes.
yes.
And the person, man, I have to do all of that. Fasting. You mean it go 30 days without food? A person never fasts in his life.
He can't even.
He can't even go a day.
He can't even spend 2 hours with snack.
2 hours without snack.
Yeah.
And you tell him, man, you got to
Yeah.
fast, man, you got no food to
Yeah.
30 days. How do you live?
Like you need to break your fast in a date or 3 dates.
Yeah.
You pray. After that, you eat.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
You see?
you have to follow the sunnah.
You need to follow the sunnah.
Yeah.
The way of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You see, I know you're anxious to give him a whole lot of knowledge, but think about his capacity to absorb.
So from the new Muslim perspective, who are watching, so they are the one, they need your advice to them that they don't need to be overwhelmed. They need to take their life or the transition to the Islam step by step.
Islam comes to you where you're at. You know, not where you wish you would be. Islam comes to you where you're at. And so the da'i, the person who is the caller to Islam, should follow the sunnah.
Correct.
In conveying the message. I think one of the things that, another thing that we could do, we should have maybe a committee when a person first embraces Islam, you know, where it assign maybe like a sponsor.
Yes. Kind of sponsoring the best way to do it.
Yeah, like a sponsor.
Somebody take his hand.
Somebody take his hand,
little by little. Yeah.
you know, and visit with him.
Yes, yeah.
And to be kind to him, and let's go to the masjid, let's pray, you know, let's eat, you know.
Well, the problem, the sponsor sometimes.
So sponsor needs a sponsor sometimes.
Sponsor
Need a sponsor.
One